Hey guys, what's going on? It's Christina from Disrupt Ordinary and the Finally Visible Academy, and today I'm going to talk to you about 5 steps for you to start an email list from scratch. Okay? So, guys, email lists are so important for your business. Like, I cannot stress that enough. They will help you to grow your business immensely if you do it in the correct way. Okay? Because if you think about it, on social media, okay, they're great platforms and you can get in front of all of these people. But if Facebook or Instagram were to go down for a day, what would you do? How would you connect with your audience? If, your store was closed that day or something, how would you tell your audience that? Because if you don't have an email list or, a phone number list or whatever it is, then you have no direct line of communication to these people that is guaranteed to be there. All right? So we definitely want to make sure that we're growing our email list. Now, aside from that, an email list is an awesome way to help nurture your leads into clients, okay? Because what it will do is you can directly send them an email to their inbox whenever you want. And because of that, you will stay top of mind when they're thinking about someone from your industry, right? If you're consistently sending them good content that they find valuable, then they will think of you next time they need someone that does what you do. All right? So we definitely want to make sure we're creating our email list, and I'm going to give you 5 steps on how you can do it. So, step number 1 is going to be to decide on your logistics. So first off, why are you creating an email list? Like, what are you going to send out and who are you trying to send it to? So guys, sometimes, if you have a ton of clients already, maybe you're not really prospecting, you're not really looking for new clients. So if that's the case, that's fine. But you could still have an email list where you send your current clients like newsletters each month or, updates about their account or different things like that, right? So if that's the case, that is the purpose of your email list. If that's not the case and you are trying to prospect and you don't have a lot of clients yet, then what you want to be focusing on is providing those clients with value in those emails, okay? So decide on the goal, decide on the audience, and decide on how you're going to do it. What platform are you going to use? Because when I'm talking about email marketing, I am not talking about using Outlook or Gmail or one of these platforms to send out emails one by one. I'm talking about using an email marketing platform where you can easily go and send out emails to a mass list of people, but it will look like you just sent out an email personally to that one person, okay? So one of my favorite platforms to do this with is MailChimp. And the reason why I say that is because MailChimp is free up to 2,000 subscribers, okay? So a lot of you, if you're just getting started, you don't have 2,000 subscribers, which means that this could be a great platform for you to get started with email marketing and start to build your list, okay? Now, aside from that, it's a really great interface. It's really easy to use, and it makes this whole process very simple. So you definitely want to make sure in step 1, you are creating that platform, whatever it is. If you don't use MailChimp, you can use ConvertKit, you can use Constant Contact, whatever it is. But make sure you set up some type of platform where you're going to do this in, okay? All right, now let's talk about step number 2. So step number 2 is going to be to decide how are you getting people onto this email list. So in order to do this, you cannot just put like a simple form on your website that's like, join my email list, and expect that like a ton of people are going to come rushing into your email list, okay? You have to have some reason that entices them to join your email list. So I've talked about this in another video, the importance of lead magnets. Lead magnets are a simple way to get people onto your email list. Basically, you create a piece of content and they can download that piece of content in exchange for giving you their name and their email. So this is a great way to do it. You can also put subscribe bars into blog posts and things like that, but you need to make sure that it says something truly enticing. So it says, for my latest updates on how to do X, Y, and Z that you're super interested in, join my email list and I will send you these weekly updates. That way they know that by joining your email list, they're going to get value out of it. It's not just going to be a bunch of spam coming to them or a bunch of like sleazy sales emails, right? So definitely make sure that in step number 2, you're deciding exactly how you want to get people onto your email list, and then how you're going to run kind of full force with this, right? You don't just want to like make one piece of content and then like not make sure that the email list is working and the setup is working properly and like all this stuff. You want to make sure that whatever you choose to do, you are running with it, because this is going to be the main way that you build your list and get going, okay? So definitely make sure you guys do that. All right, so step number 3 is going to be, you need to decide what type of emails you're going to send to these lists, okay? So I want to introduce you to the topic of automated email sequences. So every time I've worked with a client previously, or most of them, they don't really understand the concept of automated email sequences. They just think that what you do is you build up your list, and then occasionally you go on once a month or whatever it is and you send out an email to these people. Where in reality, what you can do is you can set up an automated sequence of maybe 5, 7 emails, something like that, where when somebody joins your email list, they're sent like a welcome email, and then maybe 2 days later, they're sent the next email. And then maybe 2 days after that, they're sent the next email. And then maybe a week after that, they're sent the next email, and so on and so forth. And what this does is it allows you to create one sequence, one time, get everything set up, and then have these emails send out automatically to these people so that you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to go in all the time and send out all these emails. You just have to make sure this is set up and run with it. Now, guys, that's not to say that you shouldn't ever go in and send out new content or fresh emails to these people. That's just to say that you don't have to worry that once they join your list, they're not going to be getting touched with these emails, because they are. It will all be automated for you. All right, so the first step is going to be to create the welcome email. Now, with the welcome email, it depends on how they joined your email list, right? So if they joined your email list because they downloaded a certain guide, then that welcome email would likely say, thank you so much for downloading my guide. Here it is, with a link for them to download it, right? Whereas if they joined your list because they just subscribed from a blog post or something else different, then it's going to say something different. So when you set up all of these automations and all of these triggers, you need to make sure that you're keeping track of where all these leads come from, okay? Because maybe you have more than one way that somebody is joining your email list. And if that's the case, you don't want the person that subscribed to the blog to get a notification that they just downloaded a lead magnet, right? So again, another reason why I recommend using MailChimp or something similar to that is because it makes it very easy to set up all of these triggers and keep track of your list with tags and segments and things like that, where you don't have to worry about your entire list being one big block of email addresses. You will know where they came from. And guys, with this, it allows you to personalize your marketing. And this is a very important concept, okay? Because if we own a gym, right? And in our gym, we have old people and young people that come to our gym. And one of the old people decides that they're going to download a guide about being super healthy in an old age. And one of the young people decides that they're going to download a guide that's about shredding your body and getting the most fit of your life, right? We want to make sure that we are targeting these people with different things, okay? We don't want to be sending them just generic emails about fitness as a whole. We want to be sending the old people about things that can help them to stay healthy in their old age. And we want to be sending the young people things that will entice them in their age, right? So depending on your different audiences, your different offers, and the different things that you're doing will depend on the different things that you are sending out to these people. And when you do this, when you use this type of personalized marketing, it can make it so much more effective. Like significantly more effective, because then people aren't just getting a blanket email that applies to anybody. They're actually relating to your content, and they feel like they truly align with it, and they will be a lot more enticed to work with your brand, okay? So guys, definitely keep this in mind. All right, guys, so now let's talk about step number 4, okay? So step number 4 is going to be to get everything set up. So what I mean by that is now you have all of your emails, You know, you've created everything, you know exactly what's going to go out to who. Now you have to set up the front end of it, okay? So the actual forms that people are going to fill out to get on these email lists. So if you have a lead magnet, you need to make sure that that lead magnet is on a landing page. That landing page is connected to a form, and that form is connected to your email marketing platform, okay? So somebody will go on the landing page, fill out the form, and then they'll get your email sequence. So everything has to flow. You have to make sure that you're setting up all these automations, setting up all these triggers so that everything goes out, because we don't want links to be broken. We don't want things to not work, because it will make you lose credibility, all right? So really consider that when you're setting things up, guys. All right, so now let's talk about the final step, step number 5. So step number 5 is gonna be to get out there and promote getting on your email list. So there's a lot of different ways to do this. Like we talked about earlier, we could do it in blog posts, we could do it on social media. You know, we can really put it anywhere on our website. You know, we could have it on our homepage, we could have it in our footer, really anywhere like that. And aside from that, guys, also, if you have like an actual physical location, you can be collecting email addresses there as well. So let's say you have a location where people come in. Maybe you can put that offer or that promotion, whatever it is, onto like a clipboard when they're signing out, right? And they can leave, they can put in all their stuff, then they can leave, and then they can immediately get added to your email list after that. And guys, even go one step further. If you have a physical location, put like a tablet or a computer there, so save yourself the headache of having to do it manually, and just try and automate as many things as possible. All right, guys. So I definitely hope this helped a bit. This was 5 steps to really start building your email list from scratch and really getting going with email marketing. All right. And guys, if you are interested in the Finally Visible Academy, we have some really awesome things in terms of email marketing. We have literal templates and startup guides and walkthroughs that will show you step by step how to do this, how to set these automations, how to set these triggers, and how to really get going. All right. Well, thank you guys so much. If you like this video, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. And other than that, I hope you have an awesome rest of your day. Bye.